Maybe that. Lakan kabul. Mb'Ongo. Arrest Saba.
I said we should wait. Are we starting now?
Yeah, just lag. He said just lag, don't start. Mb'Ongo.
Don't start. I said we should not start.
Mb'Ongo, simama. Hakuna shida ndugu.
Ladies, if you want to take the ball, please take the Mb'Ongo. Distributor of the uniform, take the ball to the rest.
I have an apology to make. The Break and Finish Live. I've been asked by the All Africa Pole Association to stream instead another match on this page, so I am going to stream the black ball match between Eswatini and Namibia. There is a link to the YouTube stream of this match. We are having this instead, having Eswatini and Namibia in black ball.
This mic is what? It's possible to use this mic. Actually, I use the wrong one to communicate. I'm communicating to the wrong one. She is the current women champion in history in Uganda. She's playing against.
She's playing against the defending champion.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Very, very
No, we are
Yeah. What my job? It was missing. Please keep your mouth set. Oh. Somebody keep my baby.
enjoy.
My goal is
What's the school name?
Once again, a very good evening, everybody from Suncoast. Now, this will be perhaps the sixth match that I will be streaming of the day. A few yet to come. It is a very, very special game between two of the best players from their respective countries, all the way from Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, in particular belonging to the Snipers team, the team that won the latest team event in Tanzania, in the city that was Arusha, is Abdallah Miragi. He is nicknamed Mb'Ongo. And then all the way from Kampala in Uganda, representing the team that is the Advanced Talent Agency. But remember that more importantly, everybody who is participating in this competition is respecting their national teams, whether in the singles or in the team category. Every player participating was only invited by their respective federations after qualification. Caesar Chandega from Uganda, the Scorpion, and Abdallah Miragi from Tanzania, Mb'Ongo, racing to 7 for a place in the round of last 32. It is now the Ugandan leading by 1 frame to nil. Sorry guys, I was setting up a stream of another match, the ladies team match between the Republic of Namibia and Botswana. That is on Break and Fish Live Facebook upon request by the AAPA. So I didn't even see the first frame. I thought the one that was won last was the first. Actually, it is Caesar now leading by 2 frames to nil. Who doesn't remember the last time that these two guys were facing off just about 2 months ago? The last international competition that was played in 2025. No, not the last. It was the second last. I think it was about the very first week of December in the city of Arusha in Tanzania, just about 3 days after Billiards Cafe in Lusaka. The competition was won by the Ugandan Caesar. He met Abdallah Miragi in the final. And Abdallah Miragi, in my opinion, was the best player before the final. He beat the likes of Saif Hamad. I did not see that coming. And was very exceptional throughout the competition. In fact, in the team event that was won by his team Snipers, he was the most valuable player of the competition. And Caesar's team Danger, that were defeated in the semi-finals, they were defeated by Mb'Ongo's Snipers. Mb'Ongo did something that I had not seen, especially in the naked eye. In that team match, he won 4 frames in a row by break and finish, like winning the toss and scoring a green apple, winning the toss again in the scoring in the next frame, winning by green apple, then in the third, then in the fourth. And it is the very first time I saw such a thing happening. Even in the 5th frame, he won the toss and tried to finish by apple, and then he simply came short. Nonetheless, he won the frame, making it 5 out of 5. He met Caesar in the final of the men's singles, and he was exceptionally good, save that he became a little bit nervous for the final. And then Caesar won the first 3 frames. I do remember Mb'Ongo winning the next 3, then Caesar winning the next 3, then Mb'Ongo winning the next 2, then Caesar winning the remaining frames to take the final home, winning it by 9 frames to 5. It did come with 3,000 US dollars, perhaps 2,500 US dollars for the winner. It became the 3rd international competition that Caesar was winning in the year, but it was as well the 2nd in a space of just days, because just the previous weekend he had won the Billiards Cafe Classic in Osaka. In frame number 3, Mb'Ongo pots black to make it a first for himself again by break and finish, like he has made me accustomed to doing. Tanzania 1, Uganda 2, race to 7. Now there are so many good matches happening. I can see Omari Akida, the Tanzanian, taking on Chileshi Mubanga of Zambia. But even with bigger repercussion is in the ladies category. The defending singles champion in black bush is called Marina Jacobs of South Africa. She won the competition in 2023 at the Grand Monte Casino Hotel in Johannesburg in this very country. She's taking on Uganda's #1 ranked player and female champion Rashida Motesi. That one has the Ugandan lead by 2 frames to 0. I think the ladies are racing to 6. The time allocated is 1 hour and 30 minutes. So far we have used 17 minutes, so we have 1 hour and 13 minutes left on the clock. That is more than enough time for these 2 players, given their shooting prowess, to have this race played to completion. We shall see some good uppers from either side. We shall see some good clearances. I don't know what will determine who will be winning this match. Maybe it shall be the break. Special thanks to the Tanzania Pole Association for sponsoring Mb'Ongo's trip here. He's under his team Q Masters, and his manager Makamba is at the venue watching this match. Also special thanks to the Advanced Talent Agency Sales Management team. But please be mindful, everybody who is representing in singles or event, and even though Caesar's national team is officially not here, you can see him wearing the Ugandan national colors, black, yellow and red, because everybody participating in here are doing so as national team players. Indeed, their names were submitted by their respective national federations. 2 frames to 1. The Tanzanian is down against the Ugandan. He's seemingly applying all aspects to his game: defense, safety, offense. In just the 4th frame, we are seeing all the ways, the strengths of both of these players being unfolded right in front of our eyes and in real time. And Caesar finds the red off the cushion. Mb'Ongo has sight of 2 of his yellows, but it is just thin sight. He needs to pot a ball. You don't want Caesar to return to the table if he has a ball that he can pot. Sometimes it is leaving a little too dangerously. By the way, if you visit this very streaming page, the match between Abdallah Miragi, that's his real name. We call him Mb'Ongo as the pool nickname. Caesar, we call him the Scorpion. The match that happened between these 2, the first frame that Caesar won. I normally have a habit of recording matches every year, which sometimes can be in their good thousands, and then I take note of all the action. I normally share the best shots of the year, sometimes 20, sometimes 30. For last year, I cropped out the best 50 shots and as well shared that video to this page. I personally ranked that shot, the winning shot by Caesar in the first frame of the match, as the very best shot that I recorded from last year. It was out of this world. Visit either of the 2 videos, either the final between Caesar and Mb'Ongo, then look at the first frame 1, or the video that is entitled The Best 50 Shots I Recorded in 2025. It was one of the most special shots I have ever seen in all my life. Maybe top 5, maybe top 10. But now in the top 3 frames, the Ugandan is missing a red. The Tanzanian is having a chance, call it half a chance. What he needs is to make a ball portable. Maybe the 2 yellows that are close to each other, play one into the other, try to put by connection to the corner pocket top right. Maybe the one that is leftwards of the 2 have a cut on it to the same corner pocket, ensuring that he maintains key ball for yet another yellow after potting. And I am assuming only that he will be potting. It seems to be off target, slightly off, but bigly unfortunate is Mb'Ongo. My apologies to the Facebook following. I had started 2 live streams of the same match because I as well know the Ugandans love their YouTube, the Tanzanians love their Facebook. The All Africa Pole Association asked me to stream on Facebook the match in the ladies preliminaries between Botswana and Namibia, and it is live on Break and Finish Live Facebook. But live in the YouTube stream should be Caesar winning a third out of 4. It was always going in. Uganda 3, and Tanzania 1. Race to 7. 1 hour 9 minutes to go. Now here's one of the most disappointed players, if not the very most disappointed, Caesar, when he arrived, only having secured the visa to South Africa on Monday this week, the same day that the tournament was starting. His management team, the ATA, did book him air travel that evening with Rwanda, and then there was transit in Rwanda, and then another stopover in Johannesburg to connect to the Airlink flight that lands at the King Shaka International Airport here in Durban, which is a whole 55 kilometers away. And just before the flight could land, his match in the men's 10 ball was lost by way of walkover. Then before he could even settle down, he was invited to the Heibo table, where he was faced up against one of the best Heibo players on the African continent, Craig Bauer, who is the current Commonwealth champion in 10 ball. And Craig, for the first hour of the match, outplayed Caesar. By the time Caesar started fighting back, it was too little too late in terms of time, and Craig won by 6 frames to 4, limiting Caesar just to participation in black ball, which is the discipline that fans want so much, but the players like a little bit of the disciplines that they don't participate in all the time. Most especially Heibo is the most rewarding discipline in the world, and it's also Caesar's ambassadorial role with the Joy Heibo franchise in China. Cutting a long story short, he played against the Kenyan player British in the black ball singles first round, as well against the Tanzanian youngster Sangu Banda, defeating both of them by 7 frames to 1 in the previous 2 rounds. The very special thing that happened is that 6 of the 7 frames that he won against Sangu were uppers, 3 red, 3 green. A brilliant player that Nsango is, he was almost given no chance to play. Abdallah Miragi will want to utilize any half opportunity or full opportunity given to him to play by Caesar, who is already enjoying the lead. Trust me that Mirage is a uniquely gifted player. In fact, when he lost out in the final, I had a little discussion with him, though I was fighting with my Kiswahili lingua. We were able to communicate with each other. I told him, please, you are so talented not to be in these major events. Talk to your manager, Michael Makamba. Talk to whoever you may need to talk to. Don't miss these major African comps. You are too good to be left out. Because I was actually seeing him for the very first time. Cut a long story short, he was invited next to the Tanzanian national selections to choose the team that will be representing Tanzania in these very events, and he was number one in the selections, though they were more senior players. Saif Hamad, Abdallah Hussein, Norbert Kobelo, Steven Jackson, amongst others. Saif couldn't even make the cut into the team. He's missing in action. The ladies, I think, are playing in the round of last 16 in black ball singles. Some amazing talents in there, most especially the South Africans, who have had a very poor showing in the team event, though they've just lost one match. I saw them lose against Kenya and lose bigly by 17 frames to 8. If Mb'Ongo wins, he will have delivered. I did have a discussion with him just before the match started, maybe 30 minutes, if not 1 hour. And he told me that, Peter, come and watch. Revenge of Arusha is going to happen in Durban. He did promise to me that. So far, things are not turning out so well for him. You never say never. In fact, in Arusha, he lost the first 3 frames. But in the next very few minutes, he was 3-3 up. This time only, he's 3 frames to 1 down. Let's see where it goes as he plays to free his red ball, playing the cue ball into one of Caesar's yellows, leaving it touching against the black, and Caesar will respond to safety with safety. But Mb'Ongo has a little sight of one of his reds. For Caesar, they hope that he will have Mb'Ongo totally snookered. Whatever Mb'Ongo is contemplating, maybe bank. He actually intended to play his ball only in space. You get a feeling that Caesar will want to put and move the cue ball towards the top end of the table, then play the cue ball behind it, perhaps the yellow, which is at the top end of the table, to play safety, to play snooker, try and obtain a fish shot, which will perhaps give him some kind of victory. Oops. As for him, he simply wanted to open up the frame, play the cue ball into the yellow and black, and perhaps try and go for the frame. It was always going to be difficult. Yes, but he has some kind of control over the frame. He has 2 balls packed near the corner pockets, top left and right of the screen. Thank you all that are watching from Dar es Salaam. Thank you all that are watching from Kampala, where these 2 players are hailing from, at least before coming to the event. As for Caesar, there is 1 African title that is missing from his collection of accolades. Last year, he was by far the most successful player on the African continent, winning 4 major competitions and a few non-major ones. The 4 included the Patriarchs Pool competition in Harare, bagging $6,000 in the profits. The Billiards Cafe Double Life Classic in Lusaka, bagging $4,000 in its equivalent in Zambian kwacha. He also won the Q Masters International competition in Arusha, defeating Mb'Ongo in the final. Then he became Uganda's national champion for the second time, winning the car competition just 2 days before winning the Patriarchs Pool competition. That is the most successful week that I've ever seen from any African player ever. He's also under very good management by the ATA. He is having a very rich calendar of events throughout the year. He's supposed to proceed to Cape Town to have a tour right after the competition. I'm starting to think that it will not happen after speaking out to some of the Cape Town pool fraternity. They may not be interested in having any sessions with the Scorpion. He's also supposed to participate in about 3 events on the Joy Heibo calendar as star player and African ambassador alongside Jason Theron. The World Heibo Championships that are supposed to be happening, I think, in March, and then 2 other events on the calendar, all in China. He's also supposed to participate in the African Ultimate Pool Championships later in the year. Same thing that he did last year. Looks like a very lucky boy. All thanks to manager Kim and the ATA group. There has been a foul. The players are in consonance. That get the cue ball off the bed of the table for me. I will do the same for you. After all, they are doing auto officiation. So don't get scared of what Caesar did. He was doing what he could have done with his hands anyway. Mb'Ongo may want to play as a free shot, to play red into the black, play the black into space, try and go for the frame, win a second against the Scorpion. The free shot, I want to believe, has been played not so well enough. He must make a ball. The yellow, that is maybe cuttable towards the corner pocket top left. It is cuttable. It has to be a very sharp cut, but nonetheless cuttable. This camera angle makes it look more difficult than it is. Why am I getting confused? The guy is actually playing reds. I'm sorry for the miscommunication. Now that makes the free shot that he played actually awesome. He needs simply to roll the red remaining on the table to the side pocket left, cue ball bouncing off the top cushion and back into space to put black to the corresponding side pocket right. He uses precision, doesn't use power, and the rest is a formality. Abdallah Miragi 2, Caesar Chandiga 3, race to 7. Five frames have been played so far, ladies and gentlemen. Scores being shared almost equally, with Mb'Ongo aiming to use frame number 6 as an equalizing frame. If he wins this match, Mb'Ongo, Caesar's participation in the All Africa Pool Championships will have come to a day 3 end. Only this event, that is men's singles black ball, is the only chance he has for competition. As for Mb'Ongo, still participating in the men's preliminaries of the Tanzanian team event. If I'm not mistaken, he's not participating in the Heibo. So for him, if he loses, he will be participating only in the black ball team event. But for Caesars, it is the last fighting chance, but a very major fighting chance, because he's that big name on the African continent that has never been an African champion. This competition, ladies and gentlemen, is the one that makes you an African champion. It is irrespective of how much money is involved as prize. It is just the comp that makes you official African champion. The rest are very important, but this one is the official one. It is the official African Championships organized by the continent's organizing body, the All Africa Pool Associations. The event that started in 2012, won by South Africa in the men's singles and men's team event. They took actually everything. Then 2013, it was won by Zambia in the men's team event. South Africa came second. In 2014, the AAPA singles were won in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania by South Africa. Then the singles title was won by Ishmael Mtetwa. He defeated Aiden Joseph in the final, and the play was only in black ball. Then in 2015, the tournament was organized in Lesotho. It was won by South Africa again. Uganda came second. The men's singles were also won by South Africa. There was no ladies category. Oh, there was ladies category, but only 3 teams participated in the event that year. Still won by South Africa. 2015, the Ugandans hosted the event for the first and only time, just like the Tanzanians in 2014. In the men's team event, it was won by Uganda. In the singles, it was won by Miragi. He became the first player to successfully defend the event because he had won it in the Lesotho as well. Then in the ladies team event, it was won by Uganda. South Africa came second. Then the singles event was won by LZ Cohen of South Africa. 2017, the event was held in Harare in Zimbabwe. The men's team event was won by South Africa. Ladies event was won by South Africa. Men's team event was won by Zambia's Nicole Matanga. Up to now, the Zambians call him Africa 1 just to make him feel good, but he didn't even make the cut into the team that is participating here anyway. It was the year 2017 that the AAPA, the All Africa Pool Association, decided to change the event from an annual event being played every year to a biennial event being played once every 2 years. So it was next played in 2019 in Sekunda district in Mpumalanga province in South Africa. Men's team event. Now it was now that again Heibo was included in the AAPA program in singles and event. I remember the men's team event in black ball won by South Africa, and then the black ball singles were won by Vishen Jagdev. He defeated Aiden Joseph in the final. The ladies team event was won by Uganda. Zimbabwe came second, South Africa third. Then in South Africa, by the way, then the ladies singles event in black ball was won by South Africa's Nicola Rozo. She defeated Uganda's Victoria Namuyanja in the final. And Nicola Rozo now became the first lady to successfully defend the All Africa singles because she had won it the previous year in Harare in 2017. Then in 2021, by the way, there was Heibo as well in 2019. The men's team event was won by South Africa. Uganda came second, Zimbabwe third. The ladies team event was won by South Africa, Uganda second, Zimbabwe as well third. The ladies singles event was won by Nicola Razu. She won both black ball and hay ball. She defeated the Ugandan Rukia Nega in the final. Then the men's singles was won by South Africa's Jason Theron. In 2021, there was no AAPA event because of COVID. That edition was played instead in 2022 in Lusaka in Zambia, this time black ball only. The men's team event was won by Zambia, the home team. They defeated South Africa in the final. Uganda came third and Tanzania fourth. The ladies team event was won by South Africa second, and Zimbabwe third. The men's singles in 2022 were won by Aiden Joseph. He defeated Victor Sinyenza in the final. And then the ladies singles event was won by Rashida Motesi. She defeated her elder sister. No, it was won by Rukia Naiga from Uganda. She defeated her younger sister Rashida Motesi in the final. Then that same year, the following year, 2023, of course, remember in 2021 we didn't have the event, so the 2022 edition was supposed to have been played in 2021. That means we are supposed to have the event in 2023 as well. I remember the marketing director then of the All Africa Pole Associations, Hans Rogari, now having grown the membership of the AAPA to about 12 teams, and that work of his is being realized today because today is the largest gathering of the AAPA family ever. 2023, it was held at the Grand Monte Cassino Hotel. The men's team event was won by South Africa, defeating Tanzania in the final. The ladies event was won by South Africa, defeating Botswana in the final. The men's singles were won by Aiden Joseph, successfully defending the event, becoming the second man ever after his international compatriot Miragi to defend successfully. Then the ladies event was won by Marina Jacobs of South Africa. She defeated, by the way, Marina is having her match, the defending champion, against the Ugandan Rashida Motesi. That match is live on Key Pixels Photography, as well as the AAPA, All Africa Pole Association's page. Last time I was checked, Marina was leading by 3 frames to 2. And both 2023 as well as 2026 now. This edition, by the way, is supposed to have been played in 2025. Then it was turned to 2026 early in there. Both editions saw the Uganda national team missing out in the team event. Just that this time round there is a little representation by 1 male and 1 female in the singles for all the disciplines: Heibo, black ball, and tin ball. That is Caesar for the men and Rashida for the ladies. Hope that was a good journey taken to you through the history of the AAPA. Abdallah Mirage 2, Caesar Chandiga 3, race 5.
What I say?
It is now Mb'Ongo leading by 4 frames to 3 against Caesar in a race to 7 for a place in the round of last 16 in the men's black ball singles. You are watching the All Africa Pool Championships black ball session round number 3. Some technical issue on the table as the players cannot access the cue ball. Hopefully they may not feel cheated when that time is lost, because it is a time tournament anyway. 38 minutes left on the clock. Tanzania leads against Uganda by 4 frames to 3. Yes, I can call it, I can name the players' names against their countries, because this is them representing their respective countries on invitation by the organizing national federations. Four guys, sorry, 4-3. Mb'Ongo leading against Caesar. This is frame number 8. We shall have an audio scoreboard. I realized it was too close to the tables where other matches are happening. The players' interests to play in comfort does take first priority. It will now be Mb'Ongo winning a 5th, which if he does will be a 4th. He would have won out of 5. He was outplayed in the first 15 minutes. He has dominated the next 20. Now taking a lead. He did promise to me that, Peter, I am concluding a revenge mission from Arusha. Of course, he has the memory of having reached the first ever international competition, and right at the home of his home soil, he was defeated by Caesar in the final of the Q Masters Championship in Arusha. The tournament had players from 4 countries only, that is Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, as well as Zambia. There is a 4-4 stalemate in so far the biggest match in the ladies singles between the Ugandan champion Rashida Motesi and the defending champion Marina Jacobs of South Africa. And there's a lot of action on other tables, about 20 of them on which matches are live. Actually 20 is quite few. 20 does not include the big ones where we're having action in Haibo. Here comes Mb'Ongo, showing his A side of the game, most especially in its attacking sense. Needing to put 2 reds both to the side pocket left, and then black here, he simply needs to maintain power balance, could get himself snookered, but he's okay. The rest is just a formality. Mb'Ongo 5, Caesar 3. So at times, guys, I request you to pardon me. When you hear me upset, I may be taking care of stuff on other tables where a few of such services are needed. I didn't watch a frame that was won by Caesar. Then I mistakenly gave his frame to Mb'Ongo after being ill-advised by a nearby viewer. I apologize to you. The score is not 5-3. It is actually 4 frames all. And after a match was done at a nearby table, I had to use the scoreboard to the proximity of the table and for the benefit of our viewing and our counting. 4 frames apiece, raised to 7.
How about that?
His own guy Mb'Ongo that has a specialty of breaking and finishing. He's the only player I have ever seen, and you're listening to a guy that has been watching pool for what, 20 years plus, having watching pool as my favorite hobby. He's the only person I have ever seen in my life breaking and finishing 4 frames in one match. Now in my home country, the record for a league match, because I'm talking of a league match that has 4 or 5 frames, because you have to lag before every frame is played. You have to put a ball on the break and you have to finish the frame and then break and finish. Now in my home country, there are about 3 players that have ever won for 3 frames in one match. Just 3. But Mb'Ongo did it against Team Danger when he was playing for Snipers at the Q Masters International Tournament in Arusha. I was actually streaming that match on this very channel. And then he won frame number 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 all by break and finish. He did that against the Ugandans Habib, Sola, Caesar, as well as Alfred. He as well tried to break and finish the last frame, but he came short nonetheless. His team won the match. For 4, too tight, too tense, too close to call. This one calls for calmness. This calls for composure. This calls for experience. Of course, Caesar is not more experienced than Mb'Ongo in terms of the longevity playing pool, but playing at this level, Mb'Ongo doesn't even have the right to claim any equity. First time Caesar participated in the AAPA championships was as way back as 2019, a very small boy he was. He lost out in the second round in the men's singles. His team were second in both black ball and hay ball. But in the black ball singles, I think at the age of around 15, he was third after Jason Theron, the winner from South Africa. Little did we know that it was the start of major things to come for the Ugandan, who has played top spin, keyboard bouncing off the cushion, but there was a little inefficiency of left movement of the cue ball. Perhaps his intention was to have a rail drive of the yellow remaining on the table to the corner pocket top left of the screen. There's a tempting bank if he's to play it against the cushion to the side pocket on the right. He seems to aim for the rail drive. The table. Oops. He goes for a shot that has a lot more difficulty. That was the bank to the corner pocket top right. It had the benefit of granting him natural cue ball for black should he have got it in, but he was always disfavored by the presence of the red near the corner pocket top right, which could always hamper its movement. It required too much accuracy. Now this chance is big advantage in Mb'Ongo. He's highly likely to win the frame and take the lead again in the match. And here he is with 6 reds on the table, all of them positioned perfectly okay. He will only have himself to blame shouldn't he take the lead in this one. In the ladies singles, defending champion Marina Jacobs of South Africa 4 and the Ugandan champion Rashida Motesi 5. 28 minutes on the clock. How about this from Mb'Ongo? The most likely red he'll be playing is the one that is in between the 4. Actually, the one that is close to the black. It is the easiest shot he can play. By connection, play it into the red right at the corner pocket bottom, and then try and go for the frame. He goes inside for a different shot. He can only be vindicated if he pots and maintains cue ball. This one could be suspect should he blunder, but he has very good attacking prowess. Even Caesar being as good as Caesar has clapped from Mb'Ongo. That was so brave. Maybe his contemplation, his imagination was that after all the shot I'm trying to play, if I play it well, I hide the cue ball away and my opponent will not be able to put the remaining yellow on the table with ease. And it's on the verge of paying off. He takes his time. He's very composed, but absolutely lethal. And here he is. He's now starting to inspire Swahili support from the Tanzanian supporters and fans. There are a few here. South Africa is visa free for Tanzania, so there is a good Tanzanian community throughout South Africa. Needing to put the last red on the table to the corner pocket bottom. Cue ball bounce off the cushion. He needs to put the black to the side pocket on the left. Just like that, the rest is a formality. Five, 4, Mb'Ongo up. It is 25 minutes left on the clock. You will get a feeling that should Mb'Ongo win this frame, he will be an overwhelming favorite for the victory. Yes, Caesar can win 3 frames in a row, but Mb'Ongo is playing so well to deem that possible, at least with ease. And if Caesar is down, another shark will have fallen out of the water. Will be sign of the tense and tight level of competition amongst the players, where so many are more than capable of beating so many others. For instance, Caesar losing out to one of the Hayboth favorites, Craig Bauer. Believe you me, Bauer has now been defeated in on the same Hayboth table by Zambia's Blessing Muzaruri. You are watching the lives. You are watching the live stream of the All Africa Q Sports Championships 2026. We are at Sun Coast, right along the Indian Ocean in Durban City in South Africa. Tanzania's Abdallah Miragi donning the Tanzanian colors green, white, blue, nicknamed Mb'Ongo, leads by 5 frames to 4 against Uganda's Caesar Chandiga, donning the Ugandan colors of black, yellow, and red. Jabbed the Scorpion in a race to 7 for a place in the round of last 32. Round number 3, Caesar 5, so Caesar 4, sorry, and Mb'Ongo 5. There has been a foul by Mb'Ongo, who is on a mission of revenge, something he has not shied away from talking, saying that I'm completing my revenge mission after what happened to me in Tanzania. And seemingly he's on the verge because he's having the easiest spot of the black he will ever have to try and disqualify one of the tournament favorites from the black women's singles. Mb'Ongo 6 and Caesar 4. Special dedication of the live stream of this match to Marisa Scorpion Makansis is as most dedicated fan, a South African he is, was communicating how he couldn't be able to make it to Durban, resident of Gauteng, Johannesburg he is, was so committed elsewhere. Last time out that Caesar visited South Africa, he was in Mpumalanga province in Mbombela for the Ultimate Pool Championships. Believe you me, Marisa drove the entire distance from Johannesburg to Mbombela simply to have his time with Caesar, although he is not feeling well. Thank you for loving the game, Marisa. But I know that you need someone so close to you right now just to give you a hug because things are not exactly going your way. As for Caesar, he has been given some kind of opportunity. A little suspect from Mb'Ongo. He just has to play his game, not mind about his opponent. I do remember when the two were facing off at Q Masters in Tanzania, somehow Mbongo's game disappeared. He put pressure upon himself. Even when he had chances, sometimes he just couldn't. There are a few frames where Caesar outplayed him anyway, but this is now seeming like Mbongo's turn to make his mark on the big stage on the continent. He leads and needs just one with time kicking, but kicking in his favor. "12.5 minutes to go." You can call it enough time to see out this race to 7 up to the very end. If it is to be won by a decider, Caesar will have to win to use the 12 minutes to win this and the next frame. I know there is a lot of anticipation now in Dar es Salaam. They hope that one of their own will produce something special here. Caesar is one player that all other players really like beating. He was perhaps the most eagerly anticipated player of all those that were coming from out of South Africa to participate in this event. When I arrived to stream the Hot Shot 64-man double life to the comp, everybody, players, fans, officials were asking me about his travel program. Where is the black going? It is safe. He needs maybe one good shot, maybe play the cue ball into the two reds touching each other. At one time, he will need that kind of shot. If he's to go for the frame with just one visit of the table. He has played relatively efficiently, playing one red into another, leaving both reds packed. Also advantageously packed to occupy a pocket which has Caesar's yellow right behind him, rendering Caesar to have one dead ball and needs special playing here. Now what special play could he have? Maybe play yellow into another, cut one, then the other to the corresponding corner pocket. That is a little too good, but too much unfortunate, and could very easily be Caesar's last shot in the entire All Africa King Sports Championships 2026 edition, having been exited in 10 ball by way of walkover, having been exited from Hable by defeat to South Africa's Craig Bauer. Tanzania's Mb'Ongo is on the verge of defeating him as well in the sport, in the discipline where he is active the most. This is Mb'Ongo, all the way from Dar es Salaam, seemingly on the verge of taking Caesar out, completing a revenge mission of the defeat that was inflicted upon him right in his own home country in the final of the Q Masters Championship that was staged in Arusha, December, just about under 2 months ago. For a free shot, he chooses to play the red and opting to put it to the side pocket on the left. Maybe with this kind of game reading, the red that is close to the yellow, he may want to put it to the side pocket, on the right it is potable, but maybe with the position of the cue ball he may want to play top spin on the red that is leftwards, play the cue ball into the red that is close to the yellow, move it closer to the side pocket on the right. Just like that, he seems to have gotten himself snookered, but survives. And now it is pretty much a routine shot. He simply has to play the red with a little power. Of course, naturally, when he puts red to the corner pocket top, it will be played into the yellow. He needs to apply some kind of energy such that when it's played into the yellow moves farther away and he has space to put black to the side pocket on the left. Just like that, the rest is a formality. He's already smiling. Tanzania is smiling. Snipers is smiling. Mb'Ongo defeats Caesar. And Caesar does congratulate him. That ends Caesar's participation in the All Africa Q Sports Championships in 2026 in all disciplines. And now out final score: Abdullah Mb'Ongo Miragi 7, Caesar Chandiga 4. Thank you for being a very good audience. See you in the next one.